All right, well, here we are, our last little set of weak hands. So what we've talked about up to this time were preemptive bids, and they could be either opening bids or they could be preemptive. We call it a preemptive jump overcall. So it could be an opening bid or an overcall. And what all of those bids have in common, or had in common, was that they would be a 7, 8, or 9 card suit, depending on the level at which you bid. It would show a really good suit and nothing outside your suit. Today, we're going to talk about a type of preemptive bid, but it's only an opening bid, and that's called a weak 2 bid. Now, having said that, you can still make a preemptive jump overcall with a 6 card suit. The key is you have to be able to jump. So one club, we could have overcalled 1 heart. With this hand, we didn't. We bid 2 hearts, so we had a skip in there, a jump. And this is still a preemptive jump overcall, but we only have to have 6 cards to do it. Because after all, you want to tell your partner, I have 6 really good hearts. What you don't want to give them impression of is that you have a lot of points, right? Because you don't. So remember that you can make a preemptive jump overcall with a 6 card suit. It has to be an overcall, it has to be a jump, and it still follows all the rules for an overcall, okay? Now, the weak 2 bid, a type of preemptive bid, is only an opening bid. It has similarities to a preempt, but it's not the same, not exactly. So the first thing is a weak 2 bid is an opening bid. Has to be an opening bid. It's exactly a 6 card suit. The 6 card suit needs to be a good suit. The way I play it, it's either 2 of the top 3 or 3 of the top 5. You could have an ace or king in another suit. Okay? Not in the suit you're bidding, but elsewhere in your hand. We know that you have to have a king or ace or king in the suit you're bidding, right? Pretty much. You might have an ace or king elsewhere, and it shows 5 to 10 high card points. Okay? Now typically, no 4 card major, and typically no void. Okay? So what is that going to look like? There's your weak 2 bid. Ace, queen, 6 of spades, king and a heart, 3 small diamonds, 2 small clubs. Kind of the idea behind a weak 2 bid is you're trying to give partner the impression, I have this good 6 card suit, it's a really good one, but I don't have a very strong hand. If you have a fit and our suit becomes trumps, we can probably win a lot of tricks based on my distribution, the length and strength of my suit. If you don't have a fit for me, I'm not going to take very many tricks. So it's basically the same idea as a preempt. It's just that the restrictions of what you have to have are eased up a little bit. And the reason is really simple. If I open 2 spades, you and I have a little bit of room to talk, right? My responder could bid something back to me, ask me a question or tell me something, and I could talk back to you, and we stay at or below the level of 3 spades. If I open 3 spades, if we bid, we're at game. We're going to be at the 4 level. So the idea behind a weak 2 is you can afford to have a little more about your hand that you might want to tell partner, because you're going to have time, you're going to have room to do it. In a preempt, you're too high, too fast. So you need to tell all of your story right that minute. Week 2, you can afford to have a little bit more about your story that you want to tell partner. Okay? The way that you respond to a week 2 bid can change. Different people play different things. One of the most popular is that a bid, now these are talking about responders bid. So your partner's already opened a week 2, and now you're looking at responders bid. A lot of people play that 2 no trump is called a feature ask. Okay. Some people play a bid of 2 no trump is a bid we call August. That's usually a more advanced system for people to play. This is what many people who are just starting out play. Many partnerships, have other things that they play also for new suits. The most typical thing for a new suit is that it's natural and forcing. Okay. So the one I'm going to talk to you about just really quickly is the feature ask. I also have a bridge chat about that on my Vimeo on demand, so you can go and get the real scoop on it. But basically it might be a hand that looks like this. You open 2 spades, and I have a hand that looks like this. Remember, preempts are about how many tricks you can take, right? Oh, no, I don't even have to give you that king. Let's suppose that you had a hand like that. You have the king of spades, the ace, queen of hearts, the ace of diamonds. So you know that partner's going to have a good spade suit, so you probably have 6 spade tricks between your 2 hands. Remember, you can't see that hand, right? And you can count that you can take 1 heart trick, the ace, and 1 diamond trick, the ace of diamonds. That gets you to 8. Queen of hearts might be a trick depending on who has the king, because we can't see that hand. So maybe we have another half a trick there. Well, what do you know? What you should know is if partner has the king of hearts, then we're going to take 6 spade tricks, 3 heart tricks for 9, and a diamond is 10. So I might actually be able to make game if partner has the king of hearts. So the idea behind the feature ask is that partner would open 2 spades, and I could bid 2 no trump, which would not say anything about balanced hand, and it would say, partner, do you hold an ace or a king in some other suit? And partner would look here and say, no, yep, I do. Hearts, I have the king of hearts or the ace of hearts. I'd know it was the king, and I'd bid 4 spades. So the feature ask is a way kind of to find out if partner has another trick for you. I know you've got those really good 6 spades. Do you have another trick for me? Takes a little while to get used to it. What's really hard for most people is learning how to think about counting your tricks, right, instead of your points, because you spent the first, 6 months or year of your bridge life learning how to count points and get the game based on points. Now we're telling you, forget about points, count tricks. Well, things change sometimes, and points still matter. Your high card points matter when you have a balanced hand opposite a balanced hand. When you're balanced, and I'm balanced, we need those high card points. We need full high card points for games and slams. But when we're not balanced, and we have a fit, sometimes we can make game with very, very little. So I'll see you on Monday. Monday I'm going to be trying to post directly to YouTube and put a link on Facebook. So we'll see how that works out. I'll see you then.